Hey, hey. I'm just gonna get a hat. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Hey. Hey. What is up, guys? We're back again. Doing some more Disco Elysium. If you guys don't know, you can help us make some decisions on the game with the overlay that's attached. Also, I'm gonna run and grab a hat real quick because I just looked at my hair on the stream and I had fallen asleep and now it's flat on this side and looking crazy on the side. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Here.
Oh, tuck away.
Okay, two. All right, let's go back into this game. In the last one, we learned advanced race theory, which is something that we've never heard of. Yeah. That's crazy. Ancient reptilian brain joined us. That's exactly what it said in the game. All right, let's get into this. Let's go back. We learned advanced race theory. Let's go back into where we were and learn more about the world of Revachol. So let's go. Music done. Game go. Continue now. All right, last time we talked to Big Boy. Where was he? Up on the wall?
Up on the bridge.
Oh, you know what we could do? I need to be higher for this shit. Oh. We're already here.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Okay, what should I say? Hold on, let me turn this way a little bit and look at what the camera looks like. We're good. Pulling it.
Can you go to the...
I can't whoop his ass, I'm so weak. Huh? Everything is calm in the eye of the storm, blah, blah, blah. Go talk to him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me see the option.
Let's go over that funky race classification again.
There is nothing funky. I cannot possibly imagine
I think
what
I know
else
what
we
this
have to discuss. And
Paradoxically, you plan to supersede those.
Not the last two.
Yeah, definitely not the last two. We're getting our ass whooped. We cannot fight him because we are weak.
I read. You did it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, race theory.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
I'm in the eye of the race storm. Okay, so what is it? Not what the fuck? What the fuck?
I'd say.
I say
if
paradoxically,
you're
you plan to supersede those.
look, babe, The mignon of law is also a racist, but his racism is basic and rote. He thinks he has solved the great race enigma by describing a rote mechanism of scientific competition.
So unadvanced.
The basic race education he received in high school has led
We
him
did
to
that.
think his phylum are the sole authors of race theory. An esoteric study reaching back to the ancient mass society of Pericarnassus over 4,500 years ago. Basic racist, I take pity on
Basic
you. You clearly want to enter the harbor bad, like a little boy who wants to go on the potty. I can press the button for you. It will open the door.
Yes.
Very well. You may enter the
Let's
door
go.
once. Our race conversation here has concluded.
Finally. Let's go.
You know what? Oh, we did all the hard work. I don't want to hear it, Lieutenant. Don't huff and puff at me.
But now we can't get past him.
The
Must we move on?
unpromising race pupil returns.
Should we try this?
Go past it. We can go past
Oh
it,
no,
right?
let's try it.
The man looks
No.
at you, silent and unmoving. His eyes burrow
Feeling
into the
pretty good
remnants
today.
of your
Feeling pretty
soul.
solid.
You are not
Voting day.
Santiago. Santiago is not you. Even the phrenically impaired can see this.
Wait. Okay. You're right. So let's go over here. He opened this door, right? We can't go that way though. There's a box over. Let's see. Get the box. I don't know what the box is. What's in a box? Every worker member of the board is demand democracy. This is Dewey typewriter. Huh. Someone left the coffee machine. So they were just here. Oh! No, 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 no. No, not yet, not yet. Go back in. What we got? What we got around here?
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the
Can't read
wall.
that.
A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change." The machine swallows your coin and
Go.
seems to be waiting for your next move.
I guess
It's even.
our best shot.
Your fingers run over the dial
Okay.
pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952, and a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993.
Okay.
Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then,
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lammy. How may I help you?
the voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows.
He did not sound too.
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lammy.
I call it. They're gonna be confused, but we might as well.
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
We don't
Raphael,
have
what?
that.
Listen, I can't help you over the
There
phone.
we go.
If you need further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. Are we done?
The call is terminated by the other party.
Okay.
The payphone hangs.
Nothing else there. Just want to see if we can redo it. We got La Famille. We'll read that in a second. Well,
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders, hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
What they mean by material?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. Whatever's
Okay,
hidden here
okay.
is hidden well.
Let's go.
Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters.
Could the handwriting be a thing?
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes.
Leo.
Special whirling borscht. Water Everard's plants. Sweep office floor. More banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
Pull that more. Sorry.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. Remember, Leo, Everard, all items on the list have been crossed out, and the note
Get out of
itself
the drawer.
is hundreds of documents, and the same material. You already went through
Okay.
the drawer, so
My bad. Oh, there's something on the door?
No, it's still. Oh. Oh, so we have to go through the door to get out.
We're kind of locked in. The jardín, which means the garden. Nice. Fuck you, Tsuragi. Or visual calculus. Yeah, I forgot we got those ugly things too. Oh, should we level up? We can't yet. Oh, he does.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. You should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
What do you?
Okay. Well, we can't leave yet. Have to continue a little bit.
looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back.
Did our partner do it?
But
Because we had a partner. Now we're finding his cloak. Our stuff was in the trash.
Yes, it was probably you. It does bear the RCM insignia, after all. The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I do.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips.
Well, now put it on. I like that. Did this just give us concept? Be good.
nice.
Security course and shivers. We're weak in that anyways. Low in reaction speed, which is fine. So can't get to that. Can't get to that. Yeah, 100%. I would love to, but we can't. Stuck up here now. We couldn't go back through that door.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
René? Oh.
Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. Looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order.
What's pedantic? Does that mean, like, needs order?
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that picture of René? You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure, as long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
Okay.
Lonesome, long way home.
Okay.
All
Here we
right.
go.
Another
Home
thought
awaits.
complete.
Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox, 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
But we don't need advanced race theory. Oh, but we can't. Once it's learned, it's there, huh? Or you have to use a skill point to get rid of it. Our perception got raised to 5 though. Okay, so we need to put points in stuff we're good at. These were mistakes. They should have been in these. Got it. Now we know. Let's interact with that new item. The leading intellectual organ of the Martinez communism offers... the leading intellectual organ of the Martinez communism offers a radical Mazovian perspective on the range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Fristle with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Fristle. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the
All
cover.
right.
Because Fristle was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow.
Okay.
It's satire, you see. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your
Go
attention.
Full water?
Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. No advertisements, you notice. So who's funding this radical commentary? After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns.
That's German.
Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership. Perhaps they've overestimated the market demand for this kind of commentary. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean art and culture.
Hey, Sarah, we got raided with the big old raid with 4 people. Let's go. We got raided by Sarah. I don't know if you know who Sarah is. I don't think you've ever met Sarah. Sarah, this is my girlfriend, Jordan. Sarah's in the Discord with the gamers. Anyways, if you hear 2 of us, there's 2 mics right next to each other, so you might hear twice. Anyways, if it's nice, play it twice, right? What's up, everybody? We're playing some Disco Elysium. There's an overlay or extension or something that's like attached to the screen that you might be able to do some decisions with us. I don't know how it works. You tell me, so hopefully you guys can. Anyways, we're gonna go back into this. There's a lot of dialogue. All we gotta do is click through and listen and then make choices. So yeah, if you have any more questions, just drop them in the chat and we'll continue. Anyways, let's go.
Why they decided to title this one section In Volda is beyond you. Obviously because it's cool to drop random phrases in foreign languages. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS.
C.S. Lewis?
The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tournée is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll.
Oh.
In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
Want to read the profile?
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief
I
Q&A,
am. I'm good.
made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Okay.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000 word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée. Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
Where to even start?
So, all of it, basically.
Hang on.
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines, Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, that is a crazy.
I could accept.
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
Yeah.
Hey, Exilus is a sick name. I might steal that now. I might use that on an Elden Ring character.
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter. And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest.
That is fair.
At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
No,
I'm pretty sure I
Sure,
like it for
you
the
think
racing.
that,
Yeah.
but subconsciously, it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave.
is that really
I
why I
don't
like
really-
racing?
That's
Yeah.
because you haven't been reading critically. But
Oh.
don't worry. The whole point of these sorts of articles is to let someone else read critically for you.
Damn.
Alright.
Kim, this article says no one really watches Tip Top Tourney for the races.
Oh, come on. Can this article read your mind?
It
Seems to think so.
seems to
A
think
certain
so.
kind of young man reads 1 or 2 books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
See what they mean about local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh Lord.
If it weren't for the wild pines, all those moochers would be out of Dodge. Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. Wouldn't it be better for everyone if labor and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation? Yes. I should.
That's if for.
Yeah.
According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation with the forces of international capital or their mucilaginous allies in the coalition.
Imagine. Hold on. What's this about a coalition?
Judging from the context, it's something very large and fundamental. You should probably know about it already, honestly. You flip
Oh.
back to the front of the magazine. The
Done.
table of contents unfolds before you.
I'm done here. What else do we got? The Hadin and a picture of a happy couple.
This is the night watch.
No. We should go. Make sure there's nothing else.
A rusting control
get to
panel
it.
with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large
right.
crane above.
On
A
the flash.
container is attached to its hook block. Marsh. On. Arrête.
Oh.
Off.
I don't feel like we should be pressing.
Let's
any button.
let's leave for now. We don't know anything there yet. Go over here. Just on me. Oh. Whalefjord. Whalefjord. Oh, we don't have a lockpick. Okay, so we're just roaming right now, just grabbing everything. Industrial thermostat.
I don't like the person
Oh.
just sitting up.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container,
He's the one with all
container,
the
put
note.
the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along.
Of course.
The
Yeah.
accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard. Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
Okay, so you're right. You're Ubi, right? What are you doing with the containers? Where is everyone in the harbor? Do you work here? Are you Leo? What's in the container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up. Oh, you want Mr. Everard then?
Yeah.
He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him
Is
and
he?
his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where we can find
Oh,
this.
Mr. Everard is usually in his office, of course. But he already left for the day. He always leaves around 10 p.m.
22.
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht. Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
What is Borscht? Hey, what up, Nate? Yeah, this game is super long so
It's
far.
very, very good.
Oh, is it?
Makes a man feel so warm and happy.
Borscht.
I feel like I
Like
could
picking
take on Mr.
legs.
Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done. Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in
The
fighting
borscht.
spirits. Makes you all warm inside.
Oh,
They brew
even Nate
it
knew
in
it.
the whirling in rags.
Damn. Hold up, who makes it?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with
That's
Mr.
So he
Manana in that
talks
weird
Russian.
language and laughing together. He
He
doesn't
does.
speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Ah, he's from Grad.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He
Huh?
didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
Why is it
Oh,
empty?
most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha!
I know a
We
lot of
haven't
these
worked for
stuff.
2 months
Hey,
now.
I do too, man.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that.
Huh.
That's union business. Him and his boy stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling him to take some time off.
Really?
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking.
A little drinking.
He probably doesn't know anything anyway. Who in their right mind would tell him?
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard,
this.
by the way. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man. When Mr. Edgar... Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those douce sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things.
What is
Been
that?
a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. Bye-bye now.
Oh, another one. You gonna read it?
Yeah.
And the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse world. You see him in the snow. You see him out in the snow, on the streets, in the shop, on the corner, and finally in the matchbox house, sitting by the window. White flowers on the windowsill. You can smell them from up here. It's awful. A white morning, a modern death, divorce, or something similar. All you can do is put distance between you and him. Make him smaller. Make him less you. Oh, sorry. Zoom out distance extra and all motorics. Learning caps raised by 1.
Nice.
Huh. Anyways, we need a skill point to unlock another one like that. Now we can go for. Oh.
That's so nice.
Okay, so there was something back here, right? Just that thing to move, and here. Try to get there. Yeah, how is he gonna take me there? He isn't. Mother.
This, I don't even know how to do
Okay, we gotta get out of here. Do we move this? Let's try it. We just talked to the dock guy.
A rusting control marsh. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Okay. Oh. Oh, it's coming down. I thought it dropped it. Why did it still slam? It went slow.
Old?
with a surprisingly quiet thunk. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has
Okay,
been
understood.
fulfilled. Moving
know.
this container, of course. For this purpose, it was built.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
The crane does not return to its original position. It does no screech of metal when you push.
He sounds like you. He sounds like you.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
You do? Because there are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Open.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container. You attempt to turn the handle. To your left,
Alright.
the lieutenant considers your actions. with some
Okay, yeah, we're
possibility.
gonna go.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna just try and get us out of here. What are you getting? Can you give me a snack? What was dinner? There's no more, right? Whatever you got.
A large table with two.
Oh, bring up
huge
those
vacuum
can you bring those
insulated thermal
chips?
coffee dispensers.
The cattle
Someone
cooks?
has forgotten a small plastic card next to the stacks of cups. You snatch up the red plastic card. It features a black contour of a crane lifting a container. The name, Etienne Ogart, is written in the middle. Below it, in smaller text, member of the board. It comes with a magnetic strip meant to open electronic doors.
You can leave now. Fish. Someone was here. Someone was here, but then I came in. There's no right. Oh. Oh. Got him. Sorry, it's gonna be loud. Let's see if they're good. He is floating.
Just casually chilling in midair.
Hold on, let's see how far he goes.
Why is he still moving?
I don't know.
Maybe he makes it to the other side.
He's just going. Well, those are delicious. These are way better
No?
than orange.
Maybe
He is
the
just
white
going
feather.
away.
Goodbye, Lieutenant.
Oh. Oh, I got a key card.
How'd you do that?
You're
Going in
back
there.
before the cargo container.
Huh? Yeah, it was just laying there. It was a key card for
A
this.
rusting control panel.
Well, he works. He works.
To get us out the door.
Yeah, he works this stuff.
No.
Let's go rest, right?
Yeah. Wants us to.
I need more intelligence stuff. I need more yellow.
Don't have much.
And blue. Big off, Jack. We're gonna look like a dumbass, but we're gonna be okay. You wanna try it? That tastes weird with what I'm eating, but there we go. We're out. This
Oh,
guy's
there's a lot
gone.
better.
What happened to this guy?
Gone.
Oh, everyone's gone. Oh, it's too cold at night.
Yeah, we go rest. Try to find a way. Those are good. They don't taste like orange.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago. I'm a nighthawk. What can I say?
There's a little meanness in that smile.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, how are you out in this? Gosh, why? Look, these people still here.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
No.
Can I help you?
Thought we had to talk to you.
Go to our room.
You see ahead the door does not.
Hey.
We supposed to be singing disco? Because nobody's up there. I just realized that.
Didn't need to sing. Okay.
I've not found the tape.
Bro, we can't get into our own room. This is some bullshit.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me? Game?
No, he said he was about to
Everything's
say
just a game
something.
to
Let
you,
him.
isn't it?
Oh.
We're gonna have to go back through that one.
What should I say?
This conversation.
Not until you bring me the...
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done. Yes, have you got... Does that arrangement include you...
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and... I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment. Good luck trying to use it.
Draconian measures.
I did
All
try
the
to use
locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
Alright.
Oh, wonderful. Try to do that. Not until you bring...
Okay.
Oh, Lieutenant.
Go to his motor
We're
carriage.
done here.
Ridiculous. I'm an officer of the law.
For real. Oh, his car
Inside,
was gonna be
you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gate.
I have something here we could sell.
Oh,
Look
yeah?
in the back.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
He's
Huh?
confiscated.
What do you mean? You know what? I appreciate it.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Okay. Now I gotta go find the.
What up, Steezy? It
Now
is
we
2
gotta go
games.
find the.
Yeah.
Pawn these and see how much money we get.
Where's the
I'm
pawn
hoping
shop?
for $200. I don't know. It's dark.
Norman Bowles. Wait, what? What are you doing now,
Are you
brother?
good? Drunk.
Drunk as hell. Oh. I like money.
Put a bag.
Oh,
It's
we
a
got
bag.
a bag. Finally. We sound,
You can pick
we
up
sound
bottles.
so desperate for a bag.
The bottles.
Hey. Game's music is pretty. This whole game is
This
awesome.
coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
You know what? I would leave that alone.
Probably some kids.
A simple but clever solution to ruining a coin-operated viewer. It took ingenuity.
Don't you pat it.
The metal feels
And-
cold and wet under your palm. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
No.
That's
The kid.
Kuno
We
on
can't
the
talk to
lens.
him because we don't have empathy.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a
have no
coast
authority.
studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericarnassian church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Oh. How do we get over there?
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick.
I know. Scared me.
They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour.
What was
I
sour?
suspect that something was Everard Clare, the
Oh,
union
Oh.
leader.
The union
He
leaders.
muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here. We should have done something about the Union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
Yeah, let's see what's
Your
down
money disappears into the coin slot. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Well, no, Mo. Duh, I'm looking through a viewer, brother. Hey, wait.
Whoa. What have we here?
A bridge.
With loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
Pick it up. Oh. Nice. Look at all these bottles.
Yes?
No response. He's having trouble processing
Forget it.
believing it.
Have you tried concentrating on some...
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Really? You look fine to me. Focus on other people's troubles, not your own.
A moment passes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I didn't think there would be much there. God does not like us for some reason. Find our badger gun. Oh.
Back. Good.
No, we
What
need
can
our
I help you with at this
badge.
late hour?
Talk to her.
Matter of fact, I don't. I have a medical condition of my own. Nothing unusual, though. I'm old, you see.
That's not the put. Don't you dare. Better just don't. Just ask it. Ask.
Don't worry.
No, why would
It's
you
curable.
pick that one?
With questions. Ask me some. It'll help pass this night.
What was that? Don't click that one. What?
Don't click that one. That's so
Crazy.
pretty good.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
Okay.
Good luck is only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world.
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
No way. She's more. She can make decisions.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Oh.
Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
No. Where are we going?
Oh,
Oh.
so you've met him. Has he beguiled you with his inane theories?
Why'd you proceed? Yeah, but let's just like soak up all the info. That's gonna be next.
My colleague has his
Soak up the
peculiarities. Let's not go into this particular one just yet.
I
Of
just
course.
want to know.
To each their own.
We would have skipped that and not had that.
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
How did she get here? On boat. Frozen.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
No.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget.
Oh.
Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
We do it one more time.
Mr. Clare, fuck off, midget. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and there are leaflets everywhere and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes.
Blood nut.
Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Oh, water. Oh. Good thing I did not move. I would spilled it again. Most of the workers probably don't know what it means.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker a member of the board. Fortunately, they explained it.
Yeah.
Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Damn.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution. I'm not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, call me mañana?
The dude that disappeared. He was sitting on the gate, but then he disappeared. We ran out. And, okay, but it's nighttime. He could be gone because it's nighttime.
This checks out. No, wait. The chief negotiator heard it from a man at the gates. Surely the Wild Pines Group has more effective channels of information. After all, 2,200 people are on strike. This is a big deal for them.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead if
I'm
they
just gonna
were
skip ahead.
organized by Wild Pines, or it's...
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you.
Yeah.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
I'm like, that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual
Oh.
I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Right.
Have you seen him? Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little
What's a foreman?
switcheroo. While in office, they've
Nate,
embezzled
what's a
God
foreman?
knows
Anybody
how
give me a
much of
for-
their
what's a
workers'
foreman?
dues.
I know that. I know the terminology. I don't know what it does right now.
The Debarders Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Debarders are
Oh.
a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debarders Union is... Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a
Foreman
crime
supervisor,
syndicate
okay.
for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers.
True.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
What?
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help?
See merch, can I have mine?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
You got me.
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub. Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you. For these are the kind eyes of the rich man that seemed within reason. Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your
How do you
underwear
always
feels
insult me?
uncomfortable. You're poor, poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
Hey. One.
Shame? You haven't really been in the presence of
What is
gentlefolk
it?
either, have you? What shame is there to be felt in front of these dock workers, cops, and hotel clerks, but to belittle yourself in these eyes of O'Donnell?
As I was saying, If there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah. That's a negative. I don't think.
Where is the pawn shop?
Well, he gave us the direction.
Trying to sneak up on.
Oh. Okay. Could go up in his house. That one guy and talk to him. But where the hell? The bookstore. Look at all these bottles.
Yes?
No, not you, fool.
Something. Cleaning up this bottle of change.
Alright, let's make the money. I guess it might be closed. Well then where the is the pawn shop? I remember now. Right here. We walked in here one time and said we'll come back. So shady.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
It's very shady in here.
Yeah, it's very
What
shady.
can I
in here.
do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately, RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
Yeah, like
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of...
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesque banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you,
bucks, I'll take it.
officer. Delightful.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need
Ah.
for your bill.
Okay.
Do not waste
Nice.
it.
Nice.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Wait.
Oh.
Nothing.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Maybe we should just keep everything.
Another time, perhaps.
I don't think I'll be able to eat anything.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any. I do my best to keep my distance from all.
He doesn't know anything. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
So he's high.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb. Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning. The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
It's the man from Hjelmdal.
Walking away from his burning village, yes. The man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla, mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD. In fact, most people don't think that man from Hjelmdal ever really existed, but they are wrong.
Okay.
Hjelmdal isn't a real place.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Hjelmdal are an ontological necessity. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
Wow, what? Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay. But please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
What?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Hjelmdal is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity.
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
He said that fast.
You should. Welcome to Hjelmdal, officer.
Okay.
Go pay for her.
Let's go see what the shirt does real quick.
We can level up.
Oh, can we? Physical. Dang it.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well. One especially catches your eye.
Oh, sorry.
Deep gold and amber plastic. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
No. But I have to. What's this?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags. Others, why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Oh, that's the headless phone rider. There's been a lot of interest in that particular figurine. I had to hide it so it wouldn't fall into the wrong hands.
He doesn't elaborate on these wrong hands.
I've heard about it. I've heard the headless phone rider ride the headless bull.
Yes, there are several competing versions of the story, but I believe this figurine is a more canonical representation. The headless phone rider. It's an urban legend.
Oh, wow.
About a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his 50 cents. Bargain priced. I'll throw in the tiny...
He lost his cap when he lost his head.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented.
This is what the loyalists look like, yes, at first.
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers.
Let's go pay the debt. Go to sleep, and then go end this trip.
Bottle.
Oh wait.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its
Ow.
It didn't hurt us.
There is a hollow, saddened ring as you kick the Your toe has suffered damage. It hurts.
Cool. You really...
He does not actually think it's cool. If anything, the lieutenant feels sorry for the poor box. He's leaning in. The lieutenant pats the box, ever so slightly.
He pat the box.
No disco party no more.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got... Well?
I hope you choke on.
Do the first one.
Oh,
Or
here it
the
is.
last
Sorry.
one.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a
We have
room
enough
here
for
too.
tomorrow.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests.
$1. At least we have enough for
Yeah.
And then we gotta take those bottles and sleep in our disgusting room.
This is the door to the room you...
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation.
What?
Let's go out.
You're the one that wanted to go to sleep, sir.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's...
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Return to it.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day. Well, we didn't even look at it, but we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great. We are both doing our best under the circumstances. Just don't drink tonight. We didn't get to meet Evra Claire, but we did get into the harbor. It'll be easier to reach him tomorrow. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
So at the end of the night, he tells us a review of what we should have gotten done today and what we did not. We didn't talk to Everard. We didn't get information from Joyce.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I do click. It goes around a lot.
I don't like to waste my time, sir. Gotta click, gotta do.
It's impressive, to say the least. For a man your age, especially. Those are some stylish shoes too, by the way. Those loafers. Must be hard to run indoors like you do.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. Two glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock,
Or
in the GRIH. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate. Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not old.
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses. The RCM's primary, yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always... Officers of the RCM have... We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
I see, and if someone resists...
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
What if I kill somebody?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary
yeah,
to
just
use
like
lethal
that, okay.
force. In not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best. We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution... Yes, the international community... The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum. The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization.
You know, killed that woman for calling
I've
him a
been running
midget.
this place.
She doesn't call me a midget, she called the honey a bitch. But you're right.
There are a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is... The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen. What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by her innocent...
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth.
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not.
Oh,
their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of.
Something kind and something almost self. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have, do you?
On second thought, no, I don't have an opinion.
In fact,
Yeah.
we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes. Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
It's getting fucking cold.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
What?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Huh?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
We're not. Are we not?
Yes, yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap
You
it
know
up.
what? Actually, I'm not sorry.
You know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, liquid shadow cop. But what? Jealous of the sorry cop? They'll be super,
You know what? I'm not
fine.
sorry.
It'll be totally okay. No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in
We don't get a choice?
No.
Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are be oh. There goes sleep now.
Go to bed now. In the morning, Lieutenant. Stop following me. Hey.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Wait.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Right.
Why?
Pause. Nasty, but
The fan stands still. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. The lights are off. The bed is cold and not particularly.
That is a disgusting room.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you, and then sleep doesn't come.
I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into smells of alcohol and sweat. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and image.
Were we there? Oh.
Is this Dreamscape? Yeah, it's us.
All right, let's save it.
We're
Here.
gonna
This is
stop
where we're
that.
gonna stay right here, and tomorrow we will continue with more. We are getting tired, and we gotta keep up with the election because it's about to end. Holy crap, what's going on with my hat? I'm looking like a damn idiot the whole time. Anyways, so thank you guys for joining us. It's been good. It's been fun, but we're gonna get ready for bed. Thank you again, like I said, for joining. We are about 10 hours into this game. I don't know how long it is, but we got a lot more decisions to be made and a lot more stuff to learn. So hopefully we can keep it going in the next one and you'll join us. But this one, we're ending it. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Good night. See you later.